Hello, hello. So we had core PC and employment cost, same as previous, nothing changed. Employment claims we have, unemployment claims we have less than the forecast, so that's a good number. I'm not gonna go over the data too much. Yeah, we're not gonna have any more news today, but we're gonna have Amazon and Apple after closing. Therefore, everything is gonna happen in the last 10 minutes of trading as it was yesterday. Yesterday we had an amazing short on stream for those that attended the afternoon one. But basically we left relative equal highs. I shorted the first inversion fair value gap here after the news broke. And then we took it right here at the lows. Amazing. This was an amazing buy opportunity as well. I was just a bit how should I say it? I was a bit cautious because I was seeing all these signs like inversion fair value gap. We tapped into that. We tapped into a fair value gap. We left a breakaway gap, another fair value gap, another fair value gap. So as I was watching this price, I was like, oh, we're closing and news are about to be released. And we have relative equal lows. So I'm afraid of having like a big candle that is going to just sweep liquidity and move higher if it wants. And I didn't want to be involved in that. I had a profitable day, so it was not worth the risk. But definitely I was watching and I was saying, this is such a good buy. It's just not worth the risk because at the end of the day, if they would have posted some very bad earnings, we would have been taken out. So yeah, I don't like to play with chances like that. I want to be consistently profitable, so I'm going to stay off this type of plays. Now, relative equal highs, breaker, low, high, low, low, higher, high. So I don't like this structure. We're in a premium. I don't feel comfortable shorting this candle. But yeah, it's a difficult price action. Low, high, low, low, higher, high. So this is a breaker in itself as well. It can come back down and then go back up. We can have a meltdown, like anything can happen. So I will trade cautiously. I'm gonna be honest. This is the new day opening up that I'm highlighting right now. I would like to see this field today, I will be honest. Let me take a look at the data as well. Uh, what day is today? Thursday. 60% of chances of filling this gap. The gap being Oh, the gap is this one actually. So I don't believe we're gonna fill this gap unless we have a meltdown. So I'm not even gonna take this as a target. I'm not gonna trade the open. I'm not interested in that. I want to see what's gonna happen. I want to wait for 9:45 at least. Think.
Price to be considered an outside day is for price to either open above. Price has reversed back into yesterday's range 71% of the time when it opened above. Uh, this is a pretty close one. What this is a wonderful high ability short five.
Nothing much. Like right now, I'm not considering anything. We're up on the day by a lot. We gapped up. This was where we closed yesterday, and we're talking regular hours. Therefore, let me check. So price is trading up here, and these are the regular trading hours. It's showing us also the first 10 minutes of the after hours. So basically where we open is here. I would like to see at least this one filled. That would be interesting. So let's see how we're gonna open. I want to check yesterday's high. I'm gonna tell you why in a second. 5 minutes. Previous day session. Okay, we need to wait to open, but basically we have this low as well that I would like to highlight. And this is the high and the low. So 559. Yeah, let's open first, but the idea is that 75% of the time we might come back down into the previous day's range if we have a gap up. So let's see if that's gonna happen. I don't want to be bearish. I'm not looking for corrections right now. If we're gonna have a meltdown, so be it. But I'm not looking to short unless we have something very obvious happening. So I don't want to time the market. I don't want to guess the top. We have all. It also has to do with my internet, I guess. I guess we're back. Yeah, I'm having some internet issues, I guess. It's raining or something outside. Yeah, let me just check. Ah, I hate when this happens. So yeah, as I said, I'm not gonna try to time the market. This is a fair value gap. I'm not interested in shorting it. I'm just gonna let the price do what the price wants to do. These are just some areas of interest, the yellow lines. So yeah, this was a good short right here. I'm just not comfortable shorting that. Hmm. Even though it was a good idea. Okay, I need to.
And want to be long bias targeting reversal back into the range here. Now, but for those that are able to, so pretty much if price was above yesterday's high on YM, wanting to target or be short bias targeting a reversal back into the range. If it opens below yesterday's low, 75% of the time it will reverse back up.
Okay, very interesting. So 75% of the time we're gonna touch 589. That's an interesting stat. Let's wait for the open. This would have been a good short. Uh. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Dial down. New day opening gap. Tomorrow we have also NFP. We don't mind volatility. We're just gonna have to trade carefully. We took that low. Very big opening candle. Ooh. I guess we're gonna fill that gap. 667. Next target is 589. First presentation fair value gap. You can short this one, but your target has to be this low. So you short 79 for 53. Yeah, it's worth trying now. You short now. Stop loss is 705. And yeah, 653 would be the target. This is me testing a copy trader, so don't read into this. This would have been an amazing short. I have two accounts. I'm trying to find a copy trader. I found something. I will test it today. Let's see if that's gonna work. So the first presentation seems to be holding. It's gonna take the low now. So basically your short would have been 78 for 53, 25 points. That's good. It's 1-to-1 risk reward, so you have to be right 50% of the time. I'm not gonna be looking for reversals right now. I'll just let the market do what it's doing. If it's gonna leave some relative equal lows, we come back up, we have a bounce, and then we're gonna have some displacement to the downside. I'm gonna try to short it, but I found that these days are quite difficult to trade. Unless we're just gonna have a poor meltdown, and most probably we're gonna miss the trade. Yeah, let's just be patient. But as I said, the short would have been would have worked. It's empty with yes. I'll wait for 9:45. I don't want to place any trades until then. We might be chopping at 10 o'clock. By the way, this is playing. Most of the move is happening now. And at 10 o'clock, we're going to consolidate. And we're gonna have an afternoon session more interesting, or the power hour, the last hour of trading. If we don't have any action until 10:50, 10:45, I might terminate the stream and maybe we can trade from 1 o'clock or from 3 o'clock, just the power hour, because we're gonna have the earnings. Let's see. I'm not gonna try to rush anything today. I'm happy with my week. It's been a very difficult week to trade. I'm profitable. I think I'm like 5% on both accounts. So I want to keep the momentum going. One thing that I find really interesting is the fact that we have these relative equal lows left here. So what are the chances Apple is going to post something ridiculous like losses or less than expected, and we're just this move was just a fake move and we're gonna see the lows today? That would be insane. I don't believe it's gonna happen during the morning session. I believe it's gonna happen in the afternoon or after hours. Let's see. Well, yeah, right now it's very choppy, so there's not much we can do. It's also the last day of the month. Let's finish the first 15 minutes of trading. So the only good idea was for us to short the first presentation for Valga, but would you be comfortable holding this? It's moving very slow. Chopping. 559 would be the next target. 89, sorry. It's just that day. Let's see if this is gonna be a fair value gap. Check something. So we're trading inside this order block right now. We filled the gap, right? Let's check. Okay, regular trading hours. We're trading inside this fair value gap. So I like the idea of us just melting down for the rest of the day, but seems unrealistic. And I'm not shorting this. If it's that day where silly trades work, that's fine. I'm not gonna get out of my system and just do crazy things. Right now we are in a discount on the daily. This is where we opened. Now we are in a discount. So I'll be patient. It's that day. So this short would have been good. It's okay. That was the 945 candle. Important to point out. We took out the low of the first 15 minutes. We're touching a bullish breaker on the 1 hour. This one. This is a bullish breaker. This is an order block. So yeah, it looks like it wants to take this lows. Let's see if that's gonna happen. Might be one of those days where I'm right about the narrative, but I'm just not pulling the trigger. Can be. I would just like to wait to see what's gonna happen. Like previous sessions high we didn't touch. I think that's an interesting point. Maybe coming back up and then taking the 589. That would be interesting to see. Let's just look at this out. No. So these are the first 15 minutes of trading, right? We took the low of it. Now there is a possibility for us to trade to the mid of this or to the 75% point. Let's just draw Fibonacci. So we might trade here and go back down. Trading to the mid of it would be interesting as well. Oh yeah, this can be a short as well. You short now, stop loss is 656, and you're aiming for the low again. Usually if you want to switch to bullish, you don't have gaps like this. If these gaps are left like this, it means we're just grabbing more liquidity to the upside and then we're going to come back down. Even if I want to short right now, because I'm interested, I don't like my stop losses. My stop losses would have to be relative equal highs or 700, and that seems a lot. Seems a lot. This is a 30-second breaker. That's a fair value gap. This is a breakaway gap. Let's see. The size that I feel comfortable right now due to volatility, I think is going to be 2, maximum 3 contracts. We can make 200, 300 easily. If we have a profitable day today, one of the accounts are not going to be traded tomorrow. I hate trading Fridays and I hate trading NFP Fridays, so I'll do it for the sake of content, but I don't advise people on pushing buttons during these days, including today. Today is a precursor of what's going to happen tomorrow. Today is just setting the stage for tomorrow's price action. And by the looks of it, we're going to have some volatility coming up. Now, am I missing a move? Should I short this new day opening gap? That's a very interesting thought. Even if I buy this more fair value gap that I'm gonna highlight it. So buying this 42, I'm risking 30 points for 40 points. I don't like it. I ultimately, let's say it goes to 700, but that's more of a unicorn type of move. Let's be patient. We're gonna have a big move regardless, I believe. This is a breaker. This is a fair value gap. And this is a CB. And we have relative equal highs. Let's try to buy them. We have a breaker here as well. I like the fact that it left that high untouched from 932. If we come back down, we're gonna buy this fair value gap. Only if it comes back down. Nope, not anymore. I'm not interested anymore. Interested, sorry. Would be interesting for them to leave this high untouched, come back down, and then buy it and just run. Yeah, now I'm decided if I'm gonna buy this gap. Has to be touched, otherwise I'm not buying it. Because if that's not going to be touched, I already have a breakaway gap, so that can be an inversion fair value gap. While trading inside the 50% of the first 15 minutes range. What if we're gonna continue to have a meltdown? I just don't want to be rushing into a long. Maybe this is just a bounce and we're still gonna see the sell side. So yeah, it's very important for me to touch this fair value gap, but just to leave a wick into it. Leaving it open like this makes me wonder about the move. Obviously, we can just be left behind. That's fine by me. All these rules that I implemented for myself work on the long run. We're gonna have atypical days like this one that nothing applies to. Very important what's going to happen now. That's a fair value gap inside an inversion fair value gap. Watching that. Trading back in that fair value gap. They were back. Having some internet issues, I apologize. Okay, I'm gonna try to see this works. Let's buy this one. Stop loss obviously here. Profit target maybe 752. This is interesting. This is a fair value gap as well. Trading inside a 5-minute fair value gap. We're having 1-minute fair value gap and a CB as well. So we're in a very interesting spot right now. If we trade above, I'm gonna add, this can be a good short as well. So I'm gonna be watching this one a bit. Very important what's happening now because you have a breaking market structure. CB, now we can just go back down. Let me check. ES is very bullish, so I have some reasons to buy this instead of shorting it. And we have breaker, bullish breaker. So I like that too. Let's trade above this candle's high so we can confirm our move. 693 is gonna cut it. Well, a lot of models, not just ICT, not just 2022, but it's a mix of everything. I will explain later. Let me just watch this one and we can talk later. Okay, so we took the high. I would like to see some speed. I don't like the fact that the first presentation for value gap is providing resistance. I'm happy I'm trading only 2 contracts, I'll be honest. Yesterday we were trading with 4. More comfortable right now with holding. We're coming back into this breaker. Let's see if it's gonna hold the price. Sorry, I was messing a bit. I have a trade copier, so I'm trying to test it out and whatnot. So yeah, still trading inside this one. We're trading above the mid of the fair value gap, so I'm still confident in the move. It's still building liquidity up here. If we take this high, I'm gonna add. Okay, let's add one more. And the reason I'm adding is because I want to take some partials. Seems ambitious for us to reach our profit target, so let's see. I like the mid of this one. I can sell one there. Let's go like this, sell one there. Hmm. We're trading back inside this fair value gap. Reason to add more. This is a breaker. Also taking this high is gonna be, it can be a sell signal, so we're gonna have to be patient. Yeah, I'm not completely bullish us taking all-time highs or stuff like this. That's why I have partial here. Let's see how this is gonna play out. It's not gonna be a rule. I trade NFP usually. I'm profitable. If we're gonna have a bad day, so be it. Yeah, I fully agree. There are days that are better than others. For me, I find more difficult to trade CPI rather than NFP weeks. Obviously, I don't like trading the Friday of NFP because I don't like trading any Friday in general. But I agree. NFP weeks are very difficult to trade. Earning season is difficult to trade because if you have big tech companies like Amazon or Apple releasing in the after hours, everything that's gonna happen like today is just gonna be most probably a choppy action or precursor of what's gonna happen in the after hours. So yeah, diminish your size and trade cautiously. I agree. I'm gonna add 50 more to my stop loss. Oopsie. I got stopped out too early. Why? I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Hmm. I wanted to place my stop here below this 5 minute. It didn't work for me, so now I'm gonna have to suffer. I'm gonna wait to see for this fair value gap how it's gonna, if this is a short or not. I have relative equal highs, so okay. Inversion fair value gap. Fair value gap. I'm gonna try to short it, even though I don't like these relative equal highs, but We'll be patient. I want to see how this fair value gap is going to act. And think if I should short it or not. We're in a discount, so as much as I like this meltdown, I have a few conflicted factors that made me change my mind. And obviously it's my choice. I'm trading my own personal money. I'm not trading funded accounts, so I know the risks. I've been doing this for a while, but thank you for your concerns. Inversion for value gap. This one didn't hold. We have a breaker here. We're in a 5 minute. Wait, I'm short. Mm-hmm. I would like to add if it comes back into this gap. Would be interesting to see a reversal right now. It's not out of the question. We did all of this just to come back down into this 1 minute fair value gap. Possible. This can be a future bullish breaker. I keep all options available. It depends on how it's gonna act. Right now, I might add or I might wait to see my profit target. Difficult day, so even if we reach our profit target and we break even for the day, I'm happy. Yeah, can happen. Should be a break in market structure. There's no reason to come back up. It's either we take the low of the day or we have a reversal. Most probably we're gonna take the 1 o'clock low. Ten o'clock. This is the range of the first hour of trading, first 30 minutes. So, yeah. I don't have relatively cool lows, so I'm gonna put my target a bit higher than the low. We've had a lot of relative equal lows. This is a fair value gap, and this is an inversion fair value gap right now. I'm not gonna add at the bottom here, but I would like for this to be respected and for us to see the lows. Yeah, we've had a lot of this lately, so I'm not a huge fan of what's happening right now. The fact that we left this candle open makes me believe we're gonna revisit the gap in the morning session, like the next hour or something. So ideal would be for us to take the low, and if we have a reversal, so be it. But coming back down to this doesn't make me happy, because right now we're just respecting this fair value gap, right? Nice. I'll be patient, but if I'll pick a lucky guess. Coming back into this is a bad omen. Coming back into this gap, we might have a reversal. And leave this for afternoon or something. This liquidity. This is just engineer liquidity. Um, we're trading back into this 5-minute CB. Yeah, let's see. Just very choppy, extremely choppy. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so that 5 minute is really holding the price. That's good. If we're gonna have a meltdown or not, I mean, anything is possible. Right now, I'm just gonna take my profit and be happy with the day in itself. It was difficult. We added, therefore we're gonna cover our losses plus commissions. It's just it was difficult to trade. Even here, when I noticed I had an inversion fair value gap and a CB, I was like quite skeptical because ES was very bullish. It left relative equal highs, and we were still inside this 5 minute fair value gap. And then I realized, wait, I have another inversion fair value gap, and the price was just weakening inside this. And I was like, okay, I'm shorting. It's like there's no two ways around it. And even now, look how much it's teasing. Instead of just like taking the low and leave us alone, it's just playing mind games. Um, so yeah, ugly day. Might still a chance we're not gonna take this low. Honestly, let me. We're out. We made $29. uh, Interesting. We have another CB right now, so if we have a meltdown, shorting this would make wonders. But we have these two relative equal highs over here, so yeah, it was that kind of day. It was that kind of day. Ah. Even now, I'm happy that I moved a bit my profit target, so I don't have to wait for this. I'm just happy. During these weeks, I have noticed a lot of manual intervention and basically um, a lot of relative equal lows not being formed but not attacked during the same session. So right now we might just have a meltdown, and I would just too cautious. That's fine. That's okay by me. I did not have enough size, and I had previous losses. Otherwise, I would have been more aggressive. It is very probable that we're gonna melt down. Very probable. But hey, that's okay. If other people followed and they're still in the trade and they're doing well, I'm happy. I'm at that place in my trading journey where recovering my losses, not tilting, is more rewarding than, I don't know, making some extra money. I'm up 3,000 on this account. On my second account, I'm up 1.5 for this month only. In 3 weeks, it's not only the month. So I'm happy. 4.5 in 3 weeks. Real money, I think that's good. My win rate is not so high. It's like 55%. However, I put size in my winners. I never add to my losers. And that matters a lot. My stream keeps on crashing. Hmm. I think now we're back. Just a bad day overall. My stream is crashing, internet is bad, choppy market, and we still didn't lose too much. We made $30. That's gonna be worth something, right? Very happy. Very, very happy. This can be another short, I guess. But yeah, are we gonna witness the meltdown? Well, that's possible. Very possible. So I don't believe I'm gonna be looking for longs anymore today. I'm curious what's gonna happen with this too. If we're gonna continue and attack 589. Very choppy, very slow. After this meltdown, now we're having like a high resistance run. Having some Having some connection issues, so I'm gonna just finish the stream right now. And we'll talk tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, thank you very much for joining. And have a nice day. Just wait a bit. But yeah. See you tomorrow. Peace.